Normally, I don't make an extra video during the week, but one of the probably most amazing things I've ever heard in the news is probably happening right now, so I figured it was worth talking about. Trump says the U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip with troops, if necessary, if it's to be believed. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Trump's, but this is probably the most long shot idea. Long shot idea? I don't know. It is the worst idea probably I've ever heard of. There is basically no way this works. And I always say that before something works. So hopefully I'm wrong. If Trump actually somehow does this, which is a long shot, I have no idea how he's going to make this work. He's quoted in saying, "We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all the dangerous unexploded bombs and all the other weapons on the site, level the site, and get rid of all the destroyed buildings." It honestly sounds like he wants to build a beachside resort. Talks about all the jobs it'll create for reconstruction. Uh, hey, nobody's perfect, and even Trump can make mistakes, and I think this would be a bad one. I don't see how this is going to work. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, you're going to send a bunch of people there, Americans most likely, move there and go, "Oh, wait, look, this is nice." And you excuse me. And you really think that the Palestinians are just going to leave and go, "You know what? It's okay. The Americans can have my house. They can live on my land. It's fine." It's never going to work. Trump's like, "Well, we're going to move everybody out and they'll have nice homes somewhere else. And while we rebuild in a few years, we'll have a nice place there." That might honestly work for 90% of the people there, but 10% of the people there are not going to be very happy. And we know what happens to in the Middle East when you have a bunch of Middle Easterners not want Americans there. It's not a lot of good stuff. They didn't like us when we were in Iraq and Afghanistan. They don't like us because we just are near Israel, let alone put an American base which he hasn't mentioned a military base, but logically you'd need one. And basically a beachside resort. I have never, excuse me, I have never heard a worse idea ever. I'm sorry, Trump. Hey, man, I think this is probably the worst thing you've ever come up with. I mean, hey, nobody's perfect. People make mistakes, and yeah, this is not going to work. It's terrible. It is a terrible idea. You're never going to have peace there by doing this. To be fair, though, the counter to that argument is you don't have peace there now, and there probably never will be either. So I guess either way, you're going to fight. But at least if, we leave it the way it is, it's not really our people that are in harm's way. So I'd prefer to leave it that way. I mean, this just looks like the start of a war. You start building a resort town. You have Americans there. All of a sudden, they get attacked. And then you have to start a war to find the bad people. And we've been down this road before. I just don't see how this is going to work. I really don't. But hey, I'd love to be proven wrong. If Trump somehow gets this to happen, it'd be interesting to see. I hope this doesn't go through. Perhaps this is all one of Trump's amazing negotiating tactics. He always has a weird way of doing things, and those weird ways seem to work for him. So perhaps this is what it is. You say something crazy, and then you dial it back for what you actually want. Maybe that's what he's going to do. I don't know. Well, what do you think? Good idea? Bad idea? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't have a button. I need to get a button.